Let's begin now.
Entre-SLAM is a great idea. I love the energy and the vibe.
We are going to bring up our first storyteller.
Oh, for sure.
The first of 4 remaining storytellers, please welcome Jennifer Matthews of Club LA. Come on up, Jennifer.
I have no idea why I love that song. Okay. All right, hi guys, my name is Jennifer Matthews, and I know that you all want to know about me, but first I'd like to know about you. So can I have everyone for 7 seconds stand up tall on your feet, stand up, stand up, stand up, and as loud as you can, tell me your first impression of me. Here we go, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Amazing. Thank you so much, guys, for your honesty. Okay, I'm going to make a quick transition while you all go to your seat. Thanks. So, has your opinion about me changed at all? No? Do I look the same? It's something about motherhood that changes the way people look at you. I don't know what it is. I'm an entrepreneur, of course, right? That's why we're all here. But first, I'm a mom, or a mompreneur, is what I like to call myself. I'll take this baby. So my story is quite different, quite different. According to Forbes, it takes 7 seconds for someone to form an opinion about you before even opening up your mouth. My story is different because I was divorced just as quickly as I was married. When I was 2 months pregnant, I was served with those divorce papers with a short note attached to it saying that my soon-to-be ex-husband was moving to Italy to pursue his dreams, and that is a true story. I know what you're thinking. Bastard, right? Of course. What about my dreams? What about me? What about my life? What am I supposed to do? Am I a single pregnant mom? What does that mean? These are all questions that I had for myself. And so I began to fall into this deep, 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 deep sadness. Deep, deep sadness. I was overwhelmed. But I remembered that I could always go to retail therapy to cheer me up. Right? But somehow, for some reason, it seems that children's clothing cheered me up weird, right? Maybe because I was pregnant. But I also loved little boys' clothes, but unfortunately, there was nothing in the little boys' sections. I don't know if any moms have little boys, but it's very slim. And so I knew that I had a sewing machine that was passed down to me, and I began sewing and sewing and sewing and sewing and sewing like a madman. And I remembered that this just became therapeutic for me, this sewing machine. The bright colors brought out so many different emotions in me. So many emotions. I even made children's clothing, children's shirts, children's shoes, children's pants. I even made leather diaper bags. I was on a roll, okay? And then I had a couple of my friends come to visit me. There were 2 young ladies. They were actually both in the fashion industry, one a buyer for ASOS and another for TJ Maxx. They said, girl, first of all, you've made enough clothing in this room to fill a small airplane. I said, I know. But I love it. And they said, you know what, you should create a lookbook. I didn't know what it was, so I Googled it. I looked up a lookbook, I sent it out. I even found someone who believed in me, who believed in my dreams. And so I started my company, Club LA by Logan Asher. Can you all guess who Logan Asher is? My son. It was so much more to me than a name, than a clothing line, right? It was about me and my journey, what we experienced. We experienced that together in my womb, me and my son. Me and my son, Logan Asher. With my clothing line, we make children's clothing, diaper bags, and I use everything, fur, scrap metal, scrap materials. I use everything, literally. I take different textures, I pile them together. I take organic cotton, I mix them all together because I want my son to make a great first impression. Now, unfortunately, we live in a day and age where your clothing can simply determine whether you are treated fairly or not. Something as small as a hoodie can be a matter of life and death. And so I want my son, I have a son. I want him to stand bold. I want him to be proud. I want him to make an amazing first impression. And so I challenge you, all of you, soon-to-be parents, grandparents, mothers, fathers, will you make sure that your child is making a first great impression? Thank you so much, guys.
And now we're going to start with Angela down at the end.
Jennifer, that was fantastic. What I really liked about your presentation was that it bordered on performance. It was theatrical. There was cadence. There was drama to the whole presentation. It was great. You came in right at 4:55. Perfect. And I am due at any moment-ish, about 34 weeks right now. And I learned from 2 other entrepreneur friends of mine in the audience tonight that they are also due and expecting, and I'm not going to make eye contact with anyone to tip anyone off. So this is something that I briefly talked to both of them about being an entrepreneur and being a mom, being a first-time mom, and how insane and anxiety-inducing that is. And so I could immediately identify with your story. So to appreciate everything, and I want to know what else you're doing, because I feel like we need a club, so like a support group for each other. So, Al, you've got me like really tense about saying, feel free to drink now. Overall, great job. Fantastic.
All right, thank you so much. Well, it's a hard one to follow. I'm not pregnant. And so I'm at a disadvantage, but what I really liked about what you did was you painted a picture in the theatrical reference Angela made, and bringing us all up on our feet got our attention to you right away. And then you defined that later, the first impression in so many seconds. So I really liked that part about your delivery. The only comment I'd make there was be a little bit more organized with the clothing and the baby thing. That, whatever. But that was really cool. I really liked it. Great emotion. You varied your pace wonderfully. It was very intent, very, full of energy. So great job.
So what I can say is wow, just wow. Hell of an introduction. Great use of the 5 minutes. I mean, you did so much in that 5 minutes, from the bag to the crowd to all the different things that you did just with your voice itself. It was crazy what you did in the 4 minutes and 55 seconds that you had. The crowd participation and the props was a plus. Very good job in doing that. You were very emotional. Very, very good job with that. One thing that I had was that your tone was the same. Like, you were loud all the time. If you were like less loud at times, I would have still it would have still been amazing. But you were still amazing. You were still at like a 10, but like you were still like the less loud it could make it, still good. But overall, amazing job. Very good job.
So I'm loud too, and I'm named Jennifer, like you are. You go, girl. That was amazing. I mean, your story, that narrative arc that you told, I really felt. And the passion of you starting to make these clothes and talking about the colors in the clothes, kind of brightening your spirits in this very depressing time in your life, but joyful time because you're having this baby, really resonated and really made me feel the passion of your business. I so want your business to succeed. I think I'm worried about your name a bit. I have a nonprofit, and I just had to change the name after 3 years because it wasn't working. I feel like your name doesn't, maybe Mini Club LA or something. It just made, when I saw Club LA, I thought you were going to you had a disco, and that was like we were going to be talking about that. So I think your idea is great, and there's something to be done with Logan Asher's name, maybe LA. But anyway, I hope you find a scalable part for this, because you obviously can't make all the clothes yourself. So I hope you reach out, and I hope you have supporters, and I'd love to hear more about. I'd love to connect you with people. You're great.
Thank you, Jennifer Matthews from Club LA.